Hello everyone, thank you so much for clicking on today's video and welcome to my channel. Today's story is actually very sweet. OP is extraordinarily anxious about a lie that he told his wife early on in his relationship. And I will be honest, it is an extremely weird lie. However, this is one of those stories that does end on a happy note, so stay tuned for the update to find out what happens to OP. If you do enjoy this story, I would really appreciate it if you could leave a thumbs up. And before we move on to the story, I just wanted to take a second and thank all of my subscribers. Thank you so much, you guys are the best. For those that are new here, if you do like my content and would like to support me, I would really appreciate it if you could hit the subscribe button. Anyways, thank you so much for your time and on to the story. One big lie may ruin my marriage, and I don't know how to stop it. This is a throwaway account because people I know follow my regular account, and I'd like to keep the audience of both people I know as small as possible. To start off with, in this story, I, a 45-year-old male, am the a-hole. I am absolutely 100% to blame. My wife, who's a 44-year-old female, is completely innocent of any wrongdoing at all. I am the a-hole. There is no question in my mind about this. I'm just wondering how or if I can save our relationship. Long story ahead, there's no infidelity, no cheating. In every single way but one huge one, I've tried to be the best husband, lover, friend I can be. Except this one lie is so invasive in our lives that I've probably effed everything up. When we started dating over 10 years ago, I had been renting a house for some time. She was also in a long-term rental. Both of us had great relationships with our landlords, but her place was almost as expensive as mine, and not nearly as nice either in size or area. Very early on, I told her that I owned and didn't rent. I honestly don't know why, and this is a big lie. I've maintained that now for 7 years of dating and 3 years of marriage. She moved in with me and gave up on her lease, obviously. I don't know why I told her that, and she's never been interested enough in my finances. I make about 50% again of what she makes, to ask a lot about it. Also, I have for longer than we've been together managed the house and its repairs with very minimal interaction from the landlord. Generally, if it cost less than $1,000, I just pay to fix it myself, partly because I don't mind and partly to keep the landlord out of my life. If the repairs or problems were greater than that, I'd still pay for it, but then I'd invoice the landlord. He was absolutely fine with this state of affairs. We still live in the same house and we talk about how much we love this house all the time. My landlord wants to retire from landlording and is selling his houses. He has about a dozen to the tenants at a greatly reduced rate, like $25,000 below appraisal or market prices. I can afford the mortgage and in fact have been approved for it, but I still haven't told my wife that we don't own this house. I have the money in my personal savings, not our joint accounts, to pay the down payment, and I can fully absorb the increase in cost from monthly rents to the monthly mortgage without her having to help at all additionally with the bills, etc. The problem is that when we close in a few weeks, apparently she needs to be at the closing as well to sign things. The mortgage is only in my name. She's not on the hook for it at all, except I suppose by virtue that she's my spouse. But apparently the title company wants her to sign some things as well. Obviously, I'm going to have to tell her the truth about all of this, and she'll be furious and hurt by my lies and gaslighting, and she'll absolutely be in the right to be so. Other than telling her the whole truth and hoping that she doesn't hate me forever, and absolutely admitting to her that I've been a liar and jerk this whole time, what can I do? How do I tell her this and not expect her to just hate me? Should I even expect to be able to tell her this and have her not hate me? Too long didn't read. I lied to my girlfriend, now wife, about our housing situation, and now that I have an amazing opportunity to fix it, I have to come clean, but I'm worried that coming clean now will only make things worse. As soon as my wife got home Friday night, I had her sit down with me and I came clean about everything. I told her that I lied about owning the house, told her that we'd been renting this entire time, told her about getting the mortgage in place and using the money from my personal account to pay for the down payment and everything. And she reacted in the complete opposite way that I expected. She was of course hurt about the lie, but she was thrilled to hear that we were buying the house and that we were getting a great deal for it. We talked about boundaries and we talked about keeping secrets, but truly this is the only thing I've ever lied to her about. She knows all of my passwords. I gave them to her years ago unprompted. She has access to all of our shared bank account information, and I'd shown her my personal bank accounts if she asked. I had this one big lie and I held on to it for a decade and it ate me up. But now that the air is clear, we're working on a path moving forward, stronger together. I'm truly a lucky guy to have such a wonderful woman in my life. She's the best partner that I could ever hope for. We have a plan to move forward and I think that we're going to work together to even knock out this debt faster than most people do. She's also now planning to do to the house what I wouldn't have previously let her do, like ripping up the carpet and refinishing the hardwood floors and everything else. I cried with relief, y'all. This whole conversation was a weight off my mind, and I was so relieved to have it done. She forgave me, though I maintain that she has the right to decide she's still mad at me. We still live together, and she's not even mad. Too long didn't read. I came clean and I told my wife about my stupid lie, and everything worked out better than I could possibly have hoped. So guys, what did you think about this? Please let me know in the comments down below. Honestly, after all of the posts that I've read, I was 100% expecting this to be about something related to infidelity. Like, even when OP said that there's no infidelity or cheating, I was like, maybe he's talking about one specific incident. So for that reason alone, I actually really enjoyed this story. That being said, I find this kind of lie really, really weird. Like, I understand why it might have happened, you know? Like, earlier on in their relationship, OP might have been, I don't know, drinking a little bit, or just wanting to boast about his accomplishments to this new girl that he met, and he let it slip that he owned the house. And he probably thought, okay, it's just a first date, it's not going to be a big deal. But then he ended up getting married to her. Like, it's crazy, but I do see it kind of happening, you know? That being said, 7 years is a long time. How do you not come clean about this stuff before you get married? Like, I don't know. It's so weird. I don't know. What did you guys think about this? Would you have come clean? Do you think Obi made the right decision by not telling his wife? I cannot possibly ever see that as being the right decision, like waiting 7 years or however long they were together. But I am so glad that he finally came clean. And I'm so glad that OP's wife was so understanding. Anyways, please let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. If you did enjoy this story, I would really appreciate it if you could leave a thumbs up. And please subscribe if you'd like to hear more stories from Reddit with updates,